everyone, I'm Marta from MI Magazine, and today we're filming in Hackney, Instagram Part 2, the Style Edition. If you haven't watched our Part 1 Foodie Edition, make sure you check out our video from before. And today we have a special guest, Anushka, Ariana, and Trisha, who are here to talk about their Instagram accounts and check out all of the cool tips about how to style your photo. And don't forget to subscribe. Does Instagram follow your lifestyle, or do you build your lifestyle to make your Instagram look better?
Oh my god, that is such a great question.
Wow.
I think a bit of both.
Yeah.
I think you, like we said, we'll choose places to eat based on the backgrounds of the tables. But I think the most important thing is to be authentic to your voice, to your brand.
Yeah. I think my Instagram, I like to think of it as my life but enhanced.
Yeah.
The best version of my life. My life in rose-coloured glasses.
Yeah. I mean, you guys, all of you kind of do some sort of minimalism, don't you, in your images? Do you think that that's just a necessity that you have to do to get a good profile?
I think, personally for me, I think it breaks it up a bit. Like sometimes I have busy shots and then I have something really simple and graphic, which I just think it just looks better. It's more how I feel about it when I look at an account, because usually graphic shots are so, but like it's a focus on one thing and you're really pulled to that image. So I think it's nice to have a mix personally. If I might have taken a photo that I really like, but I might not put it straight away because it might not work on my feed.
Exactly.
But I'm like, oh, it doesn't look right.
Yeah.
I'll always test it first.
Yeah.
Imagine how it's going to look together.
Yeah.
And if it's really not going to work, I'll just save it for another day.
Yeah, flat lays are a hard one, I think. I think if you can crack a flat lay, you really got something going, isn't it? Because it's kind of like, what would you put in and that sort of thing.
It can be quite addictive though, flat lays.
Yeah,
at first it's a bit daunting, but then you start playing around and you're like, oh, I'm quite enjoing this, and then you get like really into it.
That's
when
it,
you get a
isn't
good
it?
one together,
Yeah,
it's
you're
like,
wow,
amazing.
Really
I'm an artist.
It's kind of like invest in white bedding if you want to be an Instagrammer nowadays.
It's all about white.
Yeah.
White backgrounds.
Don't let your dog on the bed, just get white bedding.
I have a little mermaid covering, so I'm like, they're so cute, but not for Instagram.
Yeah, not for Instagram.
So what do you guys think about monochrome Instagram accounts?
Oh, I love
Are you into it? Are you...
I like the look of them as a feed altogether. They look very beautiful, very chic and understated, but I think when you're actually following someone, sometimes the photos can feel a little flat or a bit samey because it's quite restrictive, so I prefer colourful images on their own.
Yeah.
I like both. I follow both accounts, like Monochrome, I follow Colourful. I just follow like different accounts that just inspire me because I appreciate their bit, even though it's not maybe me to a certain level because it is a bit intense, but I appreciate that they have like that niche and I respect it.
Yeah, I used to use the lo-fi filter on Instagram.
Oh, yeah.
To death.
With the border. When you used to use the borders. Yeah.
And I looked backwards and I was like, oh my god, why did I think that looked good?
Which is a good point, actually. What sort of apps do you guys use? Do you all use sort of similar ones, or?
I use Afterlight. I used to use that, but I don't know, for some reason I don't quite, I find the interface quite hard to use on that. Maybe it's just me, but I prefer Afterlight. I think it's 79p, but definitely worth it.
I use Vistacam, but then I also use, once I've done that, then I also use the Instagram ones as well.
Yeah, just to kind of test
I like
and
them.
see.
Yeah, I use a bit of both.
I used Afterlight and then I used PicSnapGo as well.
Oh yeah, I used to use that one.
Yeah. I kind of go between the two. It depends on the photo.
Yeah.
Speaking about like street style, which place in London do you guys really like to do street style shoots?
There's a lot of areas I like. I do like South Kensington, Notting Hill, because they've got the amazing white townhouses, which I think as a backdrop look
Stunning.
beautiful. Yeah, I do
Very
like
clean.
Yeah, and I like that for my shots.
Definitely.
Well, I got here, Trisha, that you said that your 3 things that everyone would like to have in their homes was flowers, chilled champagne, and something sweet.
Yeah, so those are the basics. So when I was in Paris, we had, we lived in tiny apartments because, I know London is small, but Paris is very small as well. So you essentially lived in a shoebox. But it was really nice when someone invited you into their shoebox.
Yeah.
And so I found that if you always had things on hand, and when you're going back to the last question, like I absolutely love flowers. Like if I could put flowers in every shot, I would.
Yeah.
But I do have to restrain themselves. So I think, and I love champagne. So I think if you have that, and then something sweet to share, like I tend to have a bit of a sweet tooth. So if you, and in Paris, you know, you've got amazing tarts and macarons and all these things. So it boiled down to those two things. Like if you have that, your home always looks inviting. You've got something to offer them and something to share.
Lovely. Very glamorous.